Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another NTW 3 battlefield today, and this is the third part of the Battle of Waterloo miniseries. This is the battle for Plancenoit that we have going on here. The Prussians have arrived, and Napoleon's rear is now threatened. He sends forward his young guard to defend the strategic point of Plancenoit, a village in the rear lines of the Battle of Waterloo that must be defended at all costs to stop the Prussians from encircling and defeating his French army. The young guard here, outnumbered but not outskilled. They have a great task on their hands here, and we'll see how they can do. We've got the chasseurs of the young guard here, coming for the chasseurs savants. Chevalier Savants coming forward. Interesting name. We've got cavalry here that actually managed to get in amongst the artillery. We've got 6-pounders here that are getting taken out, and that is a sad sight to see. They're actually holding on, you know. Look at that morale, you know. They did finally break, but there you go. It took a long time. We've got Voltigeurs here. They're now just trying to form a square and hold the line. But yes, this is the final part of the Waterloo mini-series. I very much enjoyed it. I do apologize for taking a little while to come out. I've been a little bit busy over the last few days. But yes, we have 3 Guard Imperial here. We also then have a 4th army made up of Moutons, which has got some just regular infantry in it as well. So this is kind of to represent part of de Erlon's force that was sent over. So when de Erlon was actually assaulting up towards La Haye-Sainte, he actually did have to send a fair few divisions to defend against the Prussians, and then the young guard was sent in. But we actually kind of got it the other way around. We got the basic French coming as a rear, like as a reinforcement, and then we've got the guard here already. We have got chasseurs of the guard. We've got some young guard, some old guard stuff here. So we've got some chasseurs, and then I think it's just really young guard from there on in. Really, we've got lots of Voltigeurs, lots of Tirailleurs. But yeah, this is why the young guard was not in the advance forward towards La Haye-Sainte at the end of the battle. Like, you see the middle guard take place, like do that job, but then the young guard is too busy over here fighting on, and they kind of held for a long time. I don't think I can't remember if Plancenoit fell or not off the top of my head. I think they stood because otherwise the French would have been encircled. We've got some howitzers here as well, which is awesome to see. But yes, the Prussians going forward with a few cavalry charges. We missed a few of those, but yeah, the French managed to repel most of those, just losing some artillery really. But we still got some really nasty cavalry. We got the chasseurs chevalier here, chasseurs chevalier servants. These are like looking awesome. They really do look great. I do like the style of like uniform they're wearing. They look very nasty. We got 1, 2, 3 of them here. Oh boy! I thought maybe we'd see the like the lancers again, but I guess they're with the middle guard, so no, we're not going to see them. It seems. We got Napoleon over here. He's actually just, you know, walking off. He's trying to, I guess, maybe trying to rally his artillery crew, maybe. I don't know. But maybe that's what the plan is there. I imagine we have just a lot of combat gens after that. Yeah, we've got Tirailleurs there, and then also another Tirailleur here. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of just like generals going off to try and rally this artillery crew, get them back on their guns. But yes, I'm interested to see how this one goes. I mean, we can see that the Prussians are setting up, looks like maybe some sappers by the looks of it, maybe. No, it looks a very small unit. See, these sappers or skirmishers. They look more like a sap unit to me. Yeah, they're setting up, and they're gonna put their stakes into the ground, and maybe they just they're a vanguard maybe for the artillery that's gonna be coming up. And I imagine this vanguard is this artillery is just gonna be pounding Plancenoit here. The main building for Plancenoit, I can't actually see it. Oh, it's back here. So it's on the road. This little building back here. The rest of Plancenoit, you can just basically raise to the ground. Oh no, there's this farmhouse here. This is occupied actually. So this is the main building. Looks like there's some young guard in there ready to go. Yeah, basically, from what I've been told, the Prussians bring a lot of artillery. Like, I'm thinking about like 36 guns or something like that. An incredible amount of artillery. And they, I imagine a lot of Plancenoit here is going to get razed to the ground. Poor Frenchies are going to have a rough old time. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this one goes down. Because if you're enjoying the NTW3 action and would like to see some more, you're going to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show your support. It really does help out the channel. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on a single NTW3 battle or stream, make sure you hit that notification bell as well, so you are notified every time I upload. And go live as well. Got some generals over here getting ready. Yeah, the Prussians are going to take a little while to get into place because they had to, obviously, it is still the basic Waterloo map. So, like, they would have had armies that could have spawned all the way over there, so they had to move them around. So the Prussian setup is going to take a little while. The French one, they kind of all were a bit more close together, so they could kind of just move around to Plancenoit. Didn't take them too long. But there is a fair amount of setup for this one. But it looks like maybe some of this artillery got back on their guns. I mean, 17 out of 30 left. Yeah, these guys held, or maybe they just didn't break. And that is also quite possible. The other ones, maybe they are the guns I'm looking at. Yeah, I think they actually rallied. Fair play. Let's see over here, the Trilliers. I mean, the Young Guard have some of the best looking uniforms by far and away. They look awesome. It's a shame they're just not as the force they used to be like they used to be, really. Like, they used to be a force to be reckoned with. These guys are a little bit weaker now, which is probably for the best because like the Guard would just like could take on multiple armies on their own. But yeah, it's probably for the best that these guys aren't as they are because we have 3 of them here today. So I mean, it's not the full Guard, obviously. It is just like the Young Guard, but still. It would have been goddamn scary if they had 3 like these guardsmen units with as elite as they are. And they have got a few old guard like we saw with the chasseurs are here. They did actually there are mixed records where the chasseurs and some of the elements of the old guard did take part in Waterloo. But so he did bring them. Also just to try and bulk out the French forces because they're kind of a bit short on men. Mouton though is now moving forward, which is good to see. We have another chasseur over here, or is this the same one? 1, 2. Oh yeah, it just moved around. I thought we had another one. They just moved one round. That's good. They have got some just basic chasseur chevals, and they've got dragoons as well from Mouton. So they've got some extra cav, which is good. But I'm sure that is what the Prussians are going to have a lot of. And you see here the artillery setting up for the Guard. I'm presuming they're just expecting the Prussians to attack on every single front possible. The guns for the Prussians are now firing as well. They are getting into the action. They're going to start pounding this French position. Fire when ready! And the Kaiser. Yeah, as you can see, I mean, there's just a nice little hill that they've got here as well that they can just put their guns on. They've got the stakes in front to kind of protect them. It's very good. And here we go, the first sign of some Prussian infantry. I wondered whether it was going to be a Landwehr spam. We're actually going to see sort of like musketeers. So it looks like mainly musketeers so far. Their actual line infantry. Landwehr spam has not been implemented by the looks of it. There might be one army that has got that. I wonder if we're going to see any sort of like Prussian guards as well. But if I'm correct, this is von Bülow. This is Bülow's corps that are coming around here. It's Bülow and Plock, I think is his name. I can't remember off the top of my head. That were the ones that were flanking around at Waterloo, and they were the ones that were threatening to encircle. It's a shame I can't draw. But yes, yeah, so they basically came round here for somewhere around to the, well, I guess from the British perspective to the left of Papelet, or from the French perspective to the right. And then they just came sweeping around here and were trying to threaten the French line of assault, which is coming up here. And then you have Ziethen that was coming just straight down the sunken road here, and he was coming to try and support the British line all the way to La Haye-Sainte. But it was these guys, I think, that these guys that appeared first. These guys made an appearance first before Ziethen. But I might be wrong. I can't entirely remember. They may have been the other way around. But I think it was Plock and Bülow made an appearance first, and then Ziethen kind of appears right at the end and goes, "Is everyone alright here?" And just sort of helps mop up. Anyway, load up the guns. More Prussian calves sniffing around out here, you know, you can just see some more Uhlans. I imagine they got dragoons and stuff as well. Actually, a lot of Uhlans and Hussars as well, which is good to see. Yeah, oh, and there's Prussian infantry in there. Okay, I was thinking that was French infantry, and so that would be a surprise for Then I think this is the Landwehr unit just being thrown into this building. Maybe, I don't know what it was, but it looked like kind of like Landwehr. But anyway, yep, so that building's fallen to the Prussians. They now hold that. They could come down that road if they wanted to. Yeah, but the Prussians, I don't know where the limitation is for the Prussians in this one. I imagine just the road. The road is probably the border. And then everything to the side is free game. Which kind of does clash with the two, but and I don't know how far they can go back as well, because really, right now they'd be in the back lines of the other French attacks, but they'd be messing with those other Frenchies right now. Mouton's troops are going to be very, very key as well. He's got some very useful units. I mean, he's got Laguerre as well, which is going to be very, very useful. And he's got he's got the cousins of the Emperor. Very nice. To be a requirement to be in that unit, you have to be a cousin of the Emperor. That would be kind of funny if that was true. No wonder it's such a small unit. Even if you have 88 cousins, that's pretty impressive. But yeah, no. So I mean, even like these lighter units are going to be able to like just go forward. They're going to be able to like harass units. I mean, they've got Trilliers and Voltigeurs. So I mean, they are kind of like lights of the old guard, really. And the chasseurs as well are pretty good with their accuracy and reloading. But always good to have extra sort of lights that can help out. And it looks like the Prussians have had no problem getting into the very top of Plancenoit, or then sort of the, I guess you call it the northeast. Jeez, nice shot there onto the church. If you're trying to hit the church, well done. You hit it dead on. But if you're trying to hit these Prussians, you did in fact miss. But yeah, the Arquebusiers are going to be going into overtime. Those howitzers are going to have to do some great work. Looks like Mouton's kind of just scattered across everywhere, which is good to see. They are going to need that regular line infantry just about everywhere. I wouldn't want it to just be in one spot, because that will be where the Prussians are more focused down. Just sprinkle it out to support the guard is probably the best it can do, because like Mouton can bring the numbers, and that's all he has to bring. Numbers, quality, leave that to the guard. They can do that. Even though, like I said, the guard is a bit weaker, I think, than it has been in previous versions, it's still strong. It'll still probably take on a lot of these Prussians and beat them, especially melee. Melee, like especially for the chasseurs at the back here, they are old guard, and they may be technically like chasseurs of the old guard, so like light infantry. Well, they're not really. They don't look like infantry, that's for sure, but they technically are, I guess. These guys are good at melee. These guys are very, very good. They are old guard for a reason. What else we got back here? Just more Voltigeurs and just like great coats. I think the Trilliers in this sort of style look amazing. Like that's the look I'd go for. This guy doesn't look very young though. He's going grey. He's not exactly. He must have been held back a few years in the young guard. Got the Arquebusiers. I think got more than one. They have two. Jeez, I did not think they bring that many. I guess because there's limitations on what infantry units they could bring in. I guess the French just went ham on artillery and brought extra artillery where they could. Like, I don't take the howitzers, I guess, yeah, are probably, even though they're assigned to the guard, probably didn't have, like, a certain, like, middle, young, or old guard. Like, they were just there with the artillery. They're just, at the end of the day, they are just artillery. They're not, like, guards, howitzer. Okay, this is a blob. This is a serious amount of, like, Landwehr, and yeah, this is a lot. This is going to be a problem. But this is what the Prussians can do. Like the Landwehr and his militia, this is probably the central army that's just going to try and tie down as much as possible. There's a lot of them to kill. Their morale's not great. You've kind of just got to protect the flanks, though. If you protect the flanks of the Landwehr, they'll just slog it out for ages, because there are a bunch of them to kill. And yeah, this is going to be the main problem there. What is artillery been hit? Yeah, it has been. Artillery's been hit while it was on the move, destroying a gun. That's why the morale's down to red. Oh, and can they break it? The howitzer is very good at doing damage to morale. Not necessarily killing troops, but like morale-wise. And I thought if they got a direct hit there on the artillery, they could break it. It looks like it is starting to steady up a bit. It looks like it will be just about okay. Yeah, there you go. Green morale. Bit of a loss though, losing a gun though. At least didn't lose the whole unit. Looks like the Prussians also have got their own howitzers that they're firing back. Yeah, you can see them there just exploding. I was trying to see where they even are aiming. Certainly I'd be trying to focus on the French cav. That would be my priority to be trying to hit right now. because you, as the Prussians, probably have a lot of cavalry. Definitely have the cavalry advantage. And this cavalry's good. Like, I mean, they'll take on multiple units, I imagine. There's probably a lot of dead cav around here. I know this is probably from previous fights, but doesn't make it look any better for the French cause, that is for sure. Come on! We are the Emperor's finest! I don't know why we're sounding... I'm not sounding very French there. Baguette. Croissant. Charge. Looks like the guns... More guns move forward. Put these right in the front. Are they going to put some, like, stakes out the front or something to, like, protect them? Doesn't look like it. Got skirmishes coming forward, but yeah, not much else other than that. It looks like the chasseurs are going to go for a charge though somewhere. They are very far forward for like not going for a charge, put it like that. Well, they have now retreated. Changed their mind, I think, with the infantry. I think they saw these yeah, look at that, already firing. Actually, that's kind of close. But they're actually kind of close. This is going to be a harassing job for the Prussians. Another artillery taken out though. This French artillery's been super accurate. And it's actually broken the Prussian artillery. There you go. That's a massive win there. I was thinking they were going to have to send forward the cavalry unit, one of their precious cav, to go and try and take this out, because it was getting super close. You need to be careful of the Prussians. They're hitting their own troops. They're flying by here. That artillery just put a big old hole into their own Prussian infantry. I wasn't playing in this one but either, so I don't know how the result's going to go. But both sides have like won a battle and lost a battle at this point in the mini-series. Here we go, the Prussians coming forward. And they broke just before they got to those guns. And the chasseurs anyway just going to make sure they stay broken. It looks like more stakes can be set up here, more sappers going up. Not that there's any artillery for them to put into place. The artillery's broken. I guess if they have a replacement one, they could put it there. You got any replacement artillery? We're going to need it. Otherwise, good place to just put some stakes down, just in case the chasseurs decide to be super aggressive. And by chasseurs, I mean chasseurs cheval. Not these guys back here waiting patiently. Which actually are varying in size. I didn't even realize that. Oh, I guess it's the first unit and then it's the second unit, yeah. Fair enough. The second chasseur is a bit smaller. Yeah, Prussia, I mean, they're quite happy just to sit in this town. I guess they're just waiting on all of their armies to, like, converge, and then they're going to make their attacks. It's just been a very nervy start to this first battle. Compared to the other two where they were, like, all guns blazing, this one's been a little bit quieter to start with. Chasseur Cheval going in here, though. They're going to take out these skirmishers, and in they go. That's an easy win for them. Will they carry on, though, into the infantry behind? This bold guy did, and he died for it. French cav actually, yes, suffering heavily to that. Jeez, yeah, they were like 90 men down to 57. That was a lot of losses there. Prussian cav trying to, like, chase on. Not having much in the way of success. Looks like a second chasseur might come up and try and do the same job. There you go, those, like, chasseurs cheval here are starting to take some hits. More infantry, though, appearing, and more cav as well. There's some dragoons that just disappeared there, and there's a whole other line of infantry back here that's now being brought up, along with a lot of cav. Look at all this cav. Jeez. The Prussians have truly arrived. Where is Grouchy? With his 30,000 men. Napoleon needs them right now. Oh, buildings start to be leveled, and look at that, a whole Voltigare unit being taken out. So when buildings collapse and, like, troops are nearby, it kills a whole bunch of them. And I'm gonna guess that's how this happened. I don't think any artillery is this effective, but it can kill a whole unit like that. And yeah, that Voltigare now gone. That's a shame. It's squareable as well. And you can see that the guard are slowly giving up ground in Plancenoit, because they do not want to be in there when the buildings collapse. And that, I think, is going to be what the Prussians do now. They can start leveling Plancenoit building by building. I don't know whether the French are going to try and do the same. I don't know if you can level this church. There's a lot of Prussians around it. To be honest, if I was the Prussians, I would just maybe make an assault on this flank here, because don't fight in the town, because that's going to benefit melee capabilities of the French. You want to attack out here in the open ground, where you can kind of use your guns a little bit more and your cavalry. And even if they have super good cavalry back here, the French, you have the numbers. You could just, like, no cavalry's good enough to take on multiple charges. Mouton's men just kind of cycling out, you know, just doing it on parade duty like nothing's going on. The guard here, looking glorious as ever. God, I love this mod. It really looks awesome. It really gets you into the Napoleonic mood. It really does. About turn. Very good, very good. Hiding behind this hill now with the guard, making sure they can't be hit by that lethal artillery. Getting over here, just building slowly, getting just brought down. I don't know what they're trying to go for now, but maybe other units, I don't know. If they take out general units by, like, destroying a building, that's super unlucky. I think most of the other units for the guard are hidden, bar maybe the unit here that's in the building. But they can damage that to like 50%, can the Prussians, before they have to kind of leave it alone. That's usually, like, in these battles what it's kind of acceptable. Anything higher than that, you're probably endangering it being destroyed in just like the chaos of battle. But yeah, the Prussians just kind of sitting back. They just don't want... They are the attackers. They need to eventually go in. Looks like that might be being done over here. This is where the Prussians are going to make their push. And an artillery piece being shuffled around here as well. So it looks like he's going to have some artillery support, close range artillery support as well. It's a good idea. The French implemented it a lot against the British in some of the earlier parts. Certainly in the Huguenot assault. It was certainly an assault was like basically dictated by artillery, close range, just canistering. And if the Prussians can do the same here, that'd be very good. That would certainly help them out against the French here. I mean, these Mouton units probably will do okay in a line fight. The Guard will excel, of course. Well, I'd expect it to. Here we go. Down there. Setting up. There you go. The first shot, the first line battle really getting underway. And here we go. The Frenchies sending forward a few more troops now. They're going to bolster the front line. I don't know whether they can come down this road here. I imagine they can. If the French are on it, the Prussians can be on it. It looks like we're going to see Dragoons, the Gros Hussars here. They're making a charge down this road. By the looks of it, they're going to go for that Prussian cab potentially. Don't want to get too far forward. Don't want to get in the firing line of these Landwehr. It looks like actually we're going to see, yeah, a charge. Here we go. The French are going to go in. They're going to be super aggressive. They're going to go for this infantry here. I'd imagine. They're going to form square. Yep, and there you go. The cavalry's caught out. That was a pretty poor move actually by Mouton there. Allowing his cav to kind of get caught between square and Lancer. And this Dragoon unit might be about to get just sniped out of the game. Winning slightly the Hussars, but volleys from the infantry might change that. There you go. Both sides break. There you go. Now the Prussians kind of have a cavalry unit quite wide here. We've got a little Dragoon units coming out. You can see the Chasseurs Cheval, though, they're having none of it. They're going to shift out there, both units, and scare off any potential assault. Same on the other side. Seems as though the Prussians went for a bit of an attack. Trying to take out guns that they nearly did manage to take out by the looks of it. But the units forming square here has deterred that cavalry from any further pushes. But anyway, back to the front lines over here. You can see the Prussians really coming forward in force now, making their offensive. You see a few units starting to get orange morale. Nothing like insane though. Look at this line fight. It looks insane. This is also good about these like mini-series that you have just huge line battles in such a small area. You wouldn't usually get this in a normal NTW3 battle where the battle's more stretched out. It really is awesome. There's fighting going on over here. There's not actually any fighting going on though. Strange one. Red morale for a few units here. It looks like anyway, if they break, they're going to get replaced by artillery. And here we go, a Prussian charge onto the Obusiers. Back here, the howitzers being taken out. And are they going to break? I don't know. Squares are being formed. The chasseurs of the old guard are going to try and protect the gun crew. See, they are trying to get just to the other side of that gun crew. Looks like they're just going to run on through the Prussians. Don't know what they're going to go for. Looks like they're going to try and go for Mouton back here. He's engaged. You need to be careful. Mouton could get taken out. And there you go. The cavalry broke. Just one too many attacks. The Prussians again starting to move forward here. Looks like they're actually going to engage through the trilliers here. Don't know if they'll fire a volley. They might just sit there patiently. Well, apparently they're firing. Firing at will. Poor Will. Another charge I can hear going on. Another Prussian cavalry charge. And this one here again being stopped by squares of trilliers. It looks like we're going to see Mouton move forward some infantry here. He's going to try and take out these guns. It looks like it. The Prussians might need to send some infantry forward here to countercharge. Yep, they're going to need some, I think we're going to see cavalry here come forward. There's just having holes put into them though right now are this infantry. And here comes forward the cab. We've got some chasseurs cheval going in. And this is a dangerous move here by the Prussians and the French really, both committing a lot of forces. Like, they need to throw it in there, guys. I mean, the guns are being abandoned. Probably a smart idea. And the squares being formed, but yeah, this is turning into a bit of a marsh pit down here. Chevalier chasseurs down here, leading the charge. They're going into the infantry now. Cut those Landwehr down. Cut these Prussians down. Send them back to Berlin. Are they breaking? Not quite yet. Infantry breaking. See more cavalry being sent forward here though by the Prussians. They just recharged their infantry, which probably didn't help morale. And there you go, they sent their cavalry packing. And the Prussians again look like they're countercharging. And here we've got the dragoons that countercharge into infantry, and they in fact have been broken as well. A lot of breaking on both sides there. And I guess the Prussians technically came out as a victor because, I mean, their guns are still there. The gun crew's still alive. Kind of just stuck on this hill though. They may want to move them a few feet forward. We've got a general going forward here. This is a good idea. I don't know what's going on here, but this general's not just going to charge in. Going into the young guard down there. There you go, general's been killed. What on earth has happened there? What on earth has happened? Why did the Prussians decide to do that? I do not know. I know there's a few drops later on in this battle, unfortunately, but surely that was not the first response to the drop. Like, they would have just sent everything forward. Usually they don't go in a bayonet charge, but that's going to be catastrophic for morale here. As you can see, Prussians starting to break en masse, actually. Jeez. Yeah, a lot of dodgy morale now taking place. And you can see here the chasseurs of the old guard pushing forward here. We're going to see a volley into the flank of the Prussians. And with their big Oh, they're not going to even bother with a volley. They're just going to go straight on in. These guys here with their big, scary bear skins going straight on in. The morale, like, starting to shatter a bit for the Prussians. This is going to be catastrophic. I mean, over on this far side, they've barely engaged. And on this side, it's already looking a little dicey for the Prussians. You can see countercharge from the Landwehr going in. The chasseurs not even facing them. Cavalry going in, I think, trying to break those chasseurs. And there you go, the Ulan's been broken. You can see the French now pushing forward on this side. They can smell blood, they can smell the Prussians are in retreat. Here we go, Mouton now coming forward.
Sir, our general is under attack.
General under attack? I presume he's being shot at by artillery. I don't... Surely Napoleon's not that far forward. Yeah, Mouton here just trying to scare off these Prussians even more. Send them back in, boys. Guard already on the retreat now. These old guardsmen, they're retreating back into their hidden positions. French over on this side, they're kind of suffering. The line fight here not going too great. These musketeers actually doing a pretty good job. There you go, look at that. Guardsmen starting to break. Again, more of these tirailleurs looking like they're having a bit of a rough time here. Morale really not looking great. And they're currently getting shot at by two flanks, I think. This unit here, and then I think the unit in front of them. Just shooting both on this unit, just going to get peppered on two sides. And there are a lot of numbers now moving forward on this side here. More Landwehr and stuff coming up over here. Coming to thicken the assault. Yeah, Prussians make it offensive here. French looking very thin on the line. No cav support really, or artillery. This is a flank I would start to push if I was the Prussians. They could swing around. They could threaten to encircle Plancenoit. Got a Prussian general as well that's very close to the front lines. So be careful that he does not get thrown into the mix and dies. He's getting a little too close. Get back, Prussian general, you fool. Already one of you has died. Don't throw away what is already looking like a pretty good assault. Come on, we've got to help Wellington win this battle. Yeah, the Prussians on the other side, very much slinking off. They are staying within reach of the French, but you know, they are not wanting to be in reach of those bayonets of the old guard right now. This is like it's going to be the next sort of problem for the French, though, is this side here. And you can see they're shifting more troops back this way now. The old guard being sent over here. Well, not the old guard, but the old guard's going over here. I don't really like calling these guys old guard. They're not the grenadiers. They're not the grognards. Tirailleurs, though, being like absolutely peppered in here. I'm imagining a lot of them might have died when that building went to 51%. Yeah, as you can see, fresh columns coming this way now. Lots of guardsmen. Because they do need it. They're starting to flank around to the Prussians. Fire when ready. These guys need to maybe just push forward a little bit more now. You want to just stay in touch with the French. They're pushing into the city as well. I mean, you could just... You need to attack on multiple fronts so that the chasseurs, the guard, can't be in multiple areas. Because Because right now, like I said, they're all shifting over. Well, a few of them are shifting over this way. They need to just be assaulting on multiple fronts so they can just stretch out the French. They are going into the building. They're going to try and take it from the French. Really, the Prussians need to bring some like good, solid grenadiers to do this. I don't know if these Landwehr sort of type units are going to be able to take out this building from the young guard. But I like the optimism. I like the optimism. I don't think it's going too well there for the Prussians. I like how they're all just stuck outside the building. What are you doing? Massive Prussians over here. It's starting to look a little scary for the French. Fire, boys. Kill as many of those damn Germans as you can. Again, morale not looking great here for these Voltigeurs. They get to about half strength and they start to already shaking their boots a little bit. We've got like a little sapper unit over here, I think it is. They're usually pretty good at taking the building, I think. Well, usually saps are. They just got absolutely murked in that fight there against the Tirailleurs. Looks like instead the Prussians are just gonna just shoot at this building. That's all they're gonna do. They're just gonna try and break morale. More and more guardsmen, more Tirailleurs being sent to it. Look at the amount of guards being sent over. Oh, these actually aren't guards. These are all Mouton's men now being sent this way. Just basic line infantry. Might have a bit more joy in this fight. You never know. But yeah, if you want to get involved in some of these battles or send in your own battles, then feel free to join my Discord. The link's down below in the description. It's a great little community that we're creating over there, and you're more than welcome to come and take part in some battles. If you're a veteran player or if you're brand new to NTW3, all are welcome. You can see there the infantry celebrate Tirailleurs are gone. They're going to need to tighten up again. There are some more reinforcements coming to fill the gaps, but they're going to need to be quick about it. Like they're retreating some troops over here. The cousins of the Emperor are going in the wrong direction. The battle's this way, men. Oh, what have we got going in here? We've got Voltigeurs going in. So they might break the Prussians. The guard, sorry, not the guard. The artillery here are very much open to taking out. And we've got the chasseurs of the old guard as well moving forward here. Yeah, I mean this is not looking good. And fresh unit being sent up though from the Prussians. I don't know what it is. It's just a skirmish unit. That's not going to stop anything. There's a general back here as well. That general's in danger. What are they doing? Get your general out of there. You don't realize the seriousness of this. I think they're going to go into the flanks, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh, there you go. Finally, they broke. That was risky. They got a long way with that French unit. They've really broken up the Prussian assault a little bit. Just made it falter. But the Prussians are back on this side. They are making a new assault here. More artillery being set up here. These are big guns as well being set up. I'm going to put some holes into this guard and Mouton's men over here. Actually, I think it is mainly just basic infantry. The guards kind of retreating. Mouton is getting real close into the face of the Prussians here. I think he's going to try and go for these guns again. We've already had this fight over the guns. It wasn't worth it, France. Don't do it again. Here they go, though. They're going to go in. The line infantry here. They're going for, but they're going to go for the big ones, maybe? I don't know. Is the artillery going to try and turn? Can they turn in time and put some holes into the French? Fire when ready. Oh no, they're definitely getting caught. Oh, artillery might be saved. Cavalry has a rifle, very last minute. Yeah, they need to be careful. I did hear a shock up. I don't know if they were hitting their, if that was the French or if that was Prussian. There you go. The French have been sent running off. There you go. They are running for their loyal lives. More Prussians breaking on that side, and we are seeing more tirailleurs from over here. Never a good sign. And the Prussians are carrying on down this fight here. Mouton actually is in danger of being attacked here. Can this cavalry go in? Will it just join the fight? Could kill like Mouton here and this infantry unit. There you go, the infantry breaks. And so does Mouton. Or Lobau, whatever you want to call him. Either name works. Probably more famously known as Lobau. Here we go. In go the guard on this side here. So while the Prussians are having a bit of success on the other side, the French now making an aggressive push here, trying to have some of their own success, and are breaking Prussians. And with the guard firing on them whilst being charged by guardsmen, I don't think the Prussian morale is going to stand too well. Where's that cavalry when you need it to rout stuff? It just charging the back of his own Prussians, so he needs to be careful about that. He needs to get a good charge into these Frenchies. Like, morale for the French is not looking great either. One good charge from the Prussian cav, you break these guardsmen. They've done a good amount of damage. They've broken 3-4 units of Prussians. Maybe more. Yeah, there's another one gone. Where's the Prussian cav when you need it? Has it always been expended? I felt like they had loads.
Our men are running, sir.
The infantry over here is trying to duel with these guardsmen here. Doing an okay job. There you go, the cavalry did break in the end, and again, they're going to get all these guards. Wow, look at this. These Prussians just getting murked. The guard, I mean, the Prussians over here, could they make an assault on trying to help against the guard here? Because the guard is being super aggressive, or the French generally just being super aggressive in this corner. We're going to see a bayonet charge thing here now. Pretty nasty volley onto that general unit. He might break. He did, in fact, break. There you go. General gone there for the French. Now, that could be a bit of a problem there for the guard. Or one of the guard armies, at least. Just lost a general.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, and the Prussians on this side really storming forward now. Most of their cavalry's over on this side. Could really do with it over here because the French are being super aggressive, leaving themselves open to cavalry attacks for sure. Just put some volleys into them, boys. Put some volleys into them. And more French starting to break there. That may have been a little bit of thing, I'm not sure. They certainly might be to get. I don't know. They were kind of engaged, but with routing troops. There you go. General's been killed. I like General. I think that's Lobau dead. Yeah, Lobau's been killed off. Rip in peace to him. And you can see they're now flanking around. Mouton's men are going to, whatever's left them, low on morale. They are holding this side here. And all of a sudden, the Prussians, even though they were on the cusp of defeat, look like here, managed to turn around, managed to break some of these Frenchies. And more Prussians appearing. Whether these is rallied men, I'm not sure. But yeah, the French flank on this side is now gone. And what remains of Lobau's troops as well, Mouton, will be on low morale as well. The Prussians still trying to make assaults into the building, having no success here. Honestly, if it was me, I'd level the building. Screw it if you can't win the game. I'm leveling that building until I actually somehow take it. I can't take it, no one has it. They could do with a charge here though onto this OBS here. I think. Are they just firing canister? I feel this is close range using a howitzer in like normal rounds. They're gonna just have to use canister, I feel. At this range. Yeah, I think they are. I think they are just using canister. At least trying to. I can't see any like other shots going off. Yeah, the Prussians are just going to go for a charge, though. They ain't slowing down. Here comes the French cav. You can see the tirailleurs forming square here. Don't think they'll charge into them. They'll just look for any other unit that they can charge into. They can't form square. Basically, most of these guys here. This one did form square, though. Didn't. Morale not looking great here for the French. The Prussian morale also not looking great either. They need to get to, like, charge in with their infantry, sandwich these guys. There you go, morale starting to go. Some of these French units, the final of them as they're in square as well, brutal. And there you go, in the Prussians go, they're trying to take out these chasseurs. The French player very much aware of it. I think this is just their main aim to take these guys out. They are pretty damn nasty. The Prussians now being countercharged here by the French. Tirailleurs countercharging, breaking those Prussians there. The Prussian general going in here as well. How smart an idea that is, I do not know really. Morale not looking great for him. There you go, yeah, it looks like that Prussian general could break. Should have done this earlier when the Prussian cav was still alive. They could have broken all these guys. Like, Landwehr against guards, not going to go well. Not unless you have, like, well, a lot of Landwehr, I guess. There you go, they finally broke that unit of Voltigeurs. They are doing it slowly, but it's costing them a lot, these Prussians. Like, every assault costs them a lot. I guess as it should. This side seems like having a bit more success. Still healthy numbers, and they're trying to encircle what remains of the French down here. And here we go. In go the chasseurs of the guard here. The old guardsmen trying to hold on. Can they surround them? Can they just shoot into the flanks of them? So that's what they need to do. Shoot into the flank of these boys. That's what the Prussian players here is going to try and do. Those musketeers. Fire! Try not to hit your own men. Which you might do. If you break one of these, there's a big win, really. There you go. Finally, they broke one of these old guardsmen unit. Well done to the Prussians there. You see that the French have been sent routing, even though they may have taken a Prussian general with them. So the French have lost one of their own as well. More French charging in here against the Landwehr. And there you go. The French just about lost out on that one. The Prussians also were close. Another general being killed off there. That is a sad thing to see. Oh! Have they just destroyed the main building? I think they did. They decided to destroy the whole building. Technically, neither side can win now. But, like, this is the main cap point, I think. But, to be honest, it's just a battle for survival now. The French are in tatters. Another general being lost. Oh, I mean, this one's wavering. It's really a battle for survival for the guard here. We've got Mouton's men here who are kind of being caught out. I can never really tell what this unit's supposed to be. I think these are like reserve musketeers. So I know that is a unit for them. But yeah, they're breaking like a lot of these low battles men here. Pretty easily. I actually got a bunch of like Landwehr and stuff in reserve that they're just keeping here. But here we go. Looks like the Frenchies are about to get mopped up. The remains of the French, these chasseurs here, starting to be affected by army losses, I think. It looks like Plancenoit could fall here to the Prussians. And the French lines could be surrounded. Napoleon is in danger of being entirely defeated here at Waterloo. And in fact captured. Because this is like the Prussians would be in behind him. And he'd have nowhere to run. Where is Grouchy? Is what he's probably shouting right now. Where is Grouchy? I need those men. He's got one chasseur that still holds on. And then we've got some Voltigeurs and stuff over here for Mouton. But it's not going to be enough. Artillery here shelling. The chasseurs trying to do some damage. I think it's going to break them. The Obusiers doing their damage. Well, not howitzers, I guess they're not the French ones, but you know what I mean. The Prussian howitzers doing their damage, doing the morale damage. And there you go. I think that's every French unit broken. There. Oh no, there's one over here still alive. Lobau's men decided to come back. Just die. We'll just fast forward now because there's not much else that we need to see.
All hope is lost, sir.
All hope is lost. All hope is lost indeed for the French. The Prussians are going to win, and the coalition forces are going to win the mini-series here for for the Waterloo mini-series. Well done to the Prussians. I don't actually have the end results. I don't know why it just disappears. I'll see if I can get them. If I don't, then I do apologize. But it was sent in by Johnny the Buffoon, and well done to all the people that took part in it. That is to everyone that took part in all the 3 attempts they did to try and get this one to work. I know they had multiple crashes and issues with this one. So thank you very much, guys, for getting it done. It really does mean a lot. It shows your dedication. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll have a quick look at some of the stats. I mean, there's going to be some big kills here for the guard. I mean, yeah, Voltigeurs, 187 kills, 140 with the chasseurs of the guard there. Chasseurs, Cheval, getting 101 kills. We've got some Trilliers getting 89. Like the more chasseurs of the guard, they're getting 86. But yeah, some pretty good kills there. Napoleon getting 0 kills, a shameful thing to see. But there you go, guys. That is the final part of this mini-series. The French have been defeated here at Waterloo, and now Napoleon must ride back to Paris and prepare for a second abdication. Until the next one, guys, I'll see you then. Bye for now.